everyone, for those of you in Sketchbook, I'm going to do a little tutorial for this assignment. So we're going to click in Autodesk Sketchbook, and you can go to the top and start a new sketch. Your dimension should be 2048 by 1536, and that is the size of your screen. So we click Create. You're going to pinch your fingers in, and the first thing that we can do is take our time lapse. So I'm going to go on the top and find the camera. And now the time lapse is starting. So I'm going to think about what emotions do I want to show. So let's say I'm going to show relaxed. I want to pick like a very light blue. And I'm going to go ahead and pick a brush. And I'm going to increase the flow and the wetness and the size to make this watercolor. And here I go. So I'm going for the emotion of being relaxed. And when I think about things relaxing, I think of like clouds. So I'm just blending some of that blue, just all the pastel, light, bright colors. So to me, those colors remind me of being relaxed. And I might go in here and add some more. Just adding like a texture in there. Maybe a little bit of gray. So that's too intense. So I could always use my back button to go back if it's too intense. Maybe I want that gray to be a little bit brighter. All right, so to me, this shows being relaxed. So now that I'm done, I can go up to this box over here, and I could go ahead and share that. And I can save that image to my camera roll. Now I'm going to keep working. So I'm going to go up to the plus sign here, and now I'm going to think of my next emotion. So what I'm going to do is click on this eyeball to turn that layer off. And now I think I'm going to go ahead and go with angry, which might be a negative emotion. So when I think about anger, I might pick the color red. And maybe I'm going to use this spray can. Show anger. All right, and again, you're going to spend about 10 minutes on each of these, really working the canvas, thinking about what you're trying to communicate and what brushes might help you show that. Okay, and I think that's like a nice base, but if I want to show anger, I might want some more aggressive line work, so maybe I'm going to go ahead and add some more lines like that. Things that are sharp. Think about somebody who's angry, is very prickly, like you say one thing to them and it gets on their nerves. So maybe I need some more aggressive line work. And as I'm looking at this and I'm thinking about anger, this to me maybe looks a little bit more like hurt. These almost look like scars or welts or an injury, right? So maybe I'm going to change my adjective as you're going. If it doesn't work exactly as you plan, maybe you change your adjective or maybe you just change your design. So I'm going to just get some more lines. I think the more that I add lines, the more that it looks angry, the more messy that the lines are. The more these look like emotions that are out of control, right? All right, so I think to me that looks pretty angry. So now that I'm done with that, again, I'm going to go up to the top and say share, save the image, okay? And then I'm gonna keep going. So I'm gonna press the plus sign and again, click on my eyeball to turn that off, and I'm gonna make another positive emotion and then one more with a negative emotion. And when I'm totally done, and I've exported all 4 images, I can go up here and I can say new sketch, create, and I will say save the current sketch. And what it's going to do is save the movie to my library. So now when I go back into my photos, you'll see over here I've got number 1, number 2, and then here is the time lapse of everything I've done. So you're going to turn in all 4 images and the time lapse into Google Classroom. And then when you're done, you're going to write in the comments in Google Classroom which emotion that you picked and what kind of brushes and colors that you chose to show those emotions.